Hello everybody, I'm back. This time we're back to the same worksheet, but I've made a couple of changes. Since we're not talking about the if statement, we're talking about absolute cell references. What I've done is to simplify the bonus, and it's just 10%. So let's look at how this works. First of all, let's go back up here to Ralph, and Ralph's formula is going to be D7, which is sales, times zero point 0.1 or 10%. So that's his formula. What is that formula though really? We see D7 as a place, column D, row 7, cell D7. However, Excel sees this relatively. Relative to the location of the formula, where the heck is any cell that is being used? Well, relative to F7, which is where the formula is located, where the heck is D7? It's two cells to the left. So this formula is really equals 2 cells to the left, times zero point 0.1. Let's go down here to Mary in the second row. She's in row 8. So the formula says equals D8 times zero point 0.1. Or in other words, from here, where is 2 left? It is right here, D8. Move down here to Juan. This formula is, it says D9, but it's really equals 2 cells to the left relative to his formula times zero point 0.1. So that's how a relative formula works, and that's what allows you to copy the formula down. Now let's go down here to our absolute cell reference section, and we're going to create a formula just as we did above. So we're going to go equals, and we're going to click on the sales, and then times, and we're going to go up here and click on the bonus of 10%, and it fills in as cell H3. Now remember, this formula is equals 2 cells to the left, which is where D15 is located, times the 10% bonus, which is really 12 rows up and 2 columns to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 rows up and 2 cells to the right. So there's our formula. Let's click on it. Now we're going to take and drag that formula down to copy it, and for some reason it didn't work. Well, it didn't work because it was relative. Our formula, remember, for Ralph, the location, 2 cells to the left, times 12 rows up and 2 columns to the right, which is where this is located. But when we copy that down for Mary, 2 cells to the left works fine. That gives us Mary's sales value of 55,000. But 12 rows up gives us, well, let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 rows up and 2 cells to the right, and there's nothing there. So our formula really says take cell D16, which is to the left, and multiply it by a cell which has nothing, and that's why we didn't get a result. So the problem here is we needed to have a formula which uses an absolute cell reference. We needed to say equals 2 cells to the left, which is D15, times absolutely that one cell, not relatively that one cell. So let's go through here. I'm going to go ahead and delete the formula there, the content, and we're going to create it again. So we start off all formulas with equals. We click on sales, times, and we click on this one cell. Now if we hit the enter key or the check mark, we know what's going to happen when we copy it down. So how do we make this absolute? The way you make it absolute is you hit the F4 key. And notice the formula has now been changed to equals D15 times $H$3. Since I was on cell H3 and clicked F4, which is to make it an absolute cell reference, F4 is your function key, F4. It puts a $sign in front of it that says, I want to take D15, in this case, that's 2 left, times absolutely cell H3. Let's click the check mark. It worked just as it did before, but watch what happens when I copy it down. The formula in copying that formula works because my formula really says equals 2 left times absolutely H3. When I copied it down, equals 2 left, 2 cells to the left, which is 55,000 times absolutely H3. Notice each one of them, the 2 cells left changes for the row that I'm on, but the H3 is being absolute. It's absolutely that one cell. And the same thing down here. Now you might be saying, well, in this case, why am I messing with that? But again, remember, what if I had 40 or 400 or 4,000? And then the boss says, in these tight times, we can't pay that kind of bonus anymore. So let's change that formula, change the bonus value from 10% to 8%. Now watch my formulas down here when I click the check mark. They automatically recalculate based upon 8%. I didn't have to go back and recreate the formula and copy it to all those cells. Now, good times come back and they say, we need to reward our people with make it 15%. Now again, watch what happens down here. When I enter that, boom, they all recalculate based upon this one cell's value. So every formula which addresses that one cell, H3, every single one, they all end up recalculating when I just change one entry. And again, remember, instead of 4, what if this was 4,000? I don't want to have to recreate the formula and copy it down to 4,000 cells. So putting the formula as an absolute cell reference to one cell works. Hope that helped. If you said, that was kind of fast, Lewis, I don't think I got it, well, just run through this one again.